What up, everybody? I'm sending texts out to people that might want to chat with us today. If you guys are already listening to the show, we have a Skype account. It's obviously through Skype, and it's RFL_football, Rudy?
Yes.
Alright, so it's RFL_football. Let's make a line. We have, if you guys want to talk football and are having trouble getting through the chat, this is your absolute chance. We're going to just open up Skype. It's open throughout the whole show. And let's talk football. First off, let's go ahead and start the show by saying go over to RFLfootball.com and check out what we have. We have our past episodes there. Just go and click on the podcast link, and it'll take you over to direct videos of all of our previous shows. Some might be a little sketchy, tech problems. It's what it is. But other than that, don't forget to click on the On It links, and that will take you over to onit.com, which is my favorite place to get optimized. You can see Joe Rogan there, Brody Miller, Olympic skier. We have a lot of Olympic medalists. You have there the Alpha Brain. That's a new cover for it. That's a new label. Looks pretty damn awesome. And I don't know if you guys can see what I'm wearing today, but I'm wearing my Dolce Nose t-shirt. And for those of you who don't know, that's Mike Dolce. He actually is a nutritionist. He helps MMA fighters get themselves get into shape, cut weight and whatnot. And you can find his diet books on the onit.com website. So click on our banner. It'll take you over to onit.com, and all you simply have to go is store, and it's under knowledge. Get his this guy won MMA Trainer of the Year. So if you guys are looking to get in shape and know how to eat properly, Mike Dolce over there, he has like he has a cookbook, a lifestyle book, and the 3 weeks to shredded, which will get you shredded in 3 weeks if you follow everything properly. Along with that, I already told you guys about all their new formulas. They have this new mace. It's fucking amazing. It's I don't know, once you see the little logo, click on it, dude. It's gonna come after the MCT oil one.
But
the little arrow. That one, the quad mace. It was perfectly sculpted, and it's one of I believe the artist name was Alex Gray. It's freaking awesome. Just go ahead and check it out. Things made out of wood and cast iron and all this good stuff. It's just, I think it's beautiful. I think it's awesome. So me being somewhat of an artsy guy, art and fitness put into one thing, I think that quad mace makes an awesome. It looks like a weapon, but I think it makes an awesome working out product. So make sure you guys check it out. That's onit.com. And again, you could simply just go through it. You could get to it by clicking our RFL football website and just simply clicking on one of the On-It banners. Alright, that's commercials. That's that. They got the sponsor out of the way. Let's go over the scores, because damn, they were just ugly this week. Electric Dynamite 2.0 versus the Destroyers. That's 81-88. Electric Dynamite losing to the Destroyers, as the Destroyers would say, "Boy got destroyed," or something like that. You can see Ronnie Hillman with a good show. You have Drew Brees with a pretty decent outing. I'll get back to that. Pretty decent outing, and yet doing me the favor, keeping everyone in my division where they belong, underneath me. And let's go ahead and scroll down to the next scores. Mind Freak versus Team Bring It. Who saw this coming? Did you see it coming, Rudy?
No.
No? Russell Wilson with 10 points, Le'Veon Bell with 12, and then we have over there Team Bring It with the surprise win. The Dallas Cowboy defense with 21 points. Justin Forsett, 10 points. Mike Glennon outscoring Russell Wilson with 19 over 10 points. Way to go, team. Bring it. That brings them one step closer to the playoffs, I think. Getting the win 80-57. And it's awkward because, yes, Aaron Rodgers, that's his main player, and can't believe he pulled out that win. Let's go ahead and scroll down to the next score. We have Little Mac versus Ray. Ray getting the dub. Wow, 31 points. Is that the lowest ever? I know we keep asking.
No, it's top 10.
Top 10.
Made the top 10.
Congratulations, Little Mac. You made top 10 lowest score of the week. That's 12, 5, 0, 8, 1, 1, 0, 4. Good job for Ray getting the win. Brian Hoyer getting him 20 points. Bobby Rainey with 11. Shane Vereen with 12. Andre Holmes with 12. Didn't he score a touchdown? I'm probably tripping. Kenny Stills with 8. And Kobe Fleener with 14 points. And San Francisco with 13 points. 89-31. Way to go, Ray, getting the win. Let's go ahead and scroll down to the next. You're there. Rice and Dodger Danny. Dodger Danny, you lucky SOB.
We've been talking about Dodger Danny. It's just a matter of time.
I'm going to go ahead and stay quiet for this one. Andy Dalton, 18 points. He's actually on the trading block, so for those of you who are looking for a quarterback, especially the bye weeks that are still coming up, Peyton Manning with 25, Mark Ingram with 23, DeMarco Murray not getting me nearly enough. Didn't even break 100 yards this week with only 9 points. T.Y. Hilton. I talked about Jeremy Hill this whole weekend, how he's going to do well, and for some odd reason, he ended up on my bench.
He did do well.
I know he did. 27 points. For those of you, there's a few reports out there that Gio might be out for this Thursday game. So it is a no-brainer. Jeremy Hill will get the start. And as you can see, he is a force. Anyway, congratulations, Danny. 109-71, getting the win. Rudeness, Juggernauts. 106-113, Juggernauts getting the dub. Tom Brady, just an absolute monster. Same thing goes with Ben Roethlisberger. I feel someone's ready to go on the trade block. Big Ben or Tom Brady, you take your pick. But Big Ben with a league record 12 touchdowns in 2 games. That is an absolute mind-blowing statistic. Over there in Rudylandia, we have...
check out my kicker. It almost made a comeback for me there.
Bro, it's your kicker. Relax, okay? But, yeah, dude, it's your kicker. Alfred Morris did fairly well. I'm sure he's got RG3's back, right?
Yes.
So, RG3's back. Alfred Morris with 22 points. And
I just don't know what happened to the Chargers. It was the Miami team.
It's kind of weird. Well, Miami's defense has been playing really well lately. Well, actually, the whole season they've been playing fairly well. But yeah, Juggernauts with 113 over Rudeness at 106. We have Mafia Bay at Jose. I don't know what happened. Well, Tony Romo was a game time decision. I guess it was a little late for Jose to plug in his...
he didn't have a backup quarterback.
He didn't even have a backup because Geno Smith is out. Mafia Bay with Colin Kaepernick with 12 points. LaShawn McCoy with 11. Mike Evans blowing up 25 points. Helping Mafia Bay get the win with 118 over 49. And I don't know. Things are looking tough over there for Team Jose. We have Bad Guys, Raider Nation. Bad Guys with the big win last week. Am I right?
Last week, yes.
Big win last week. Raider Nation getting another win this week. That's 3 in a row, I believe.
That's 3 in 4 weeks.
3 wins in his last 4 weeks. Joe Flacco with 22. Arian Foster with 17. 76 or 58. Bad Guys. Things are looking grim. But as far as Raider Nation goes, he's staying competitive. So way to go for him. Let's scroll down. And we'll be talking about what to do as far as Nick Foles might be out, maybe for the remainder of the season, because I hear it's that collarbone. Orange Crush, Carson Palmer with 25 points. And
it was almost an upset going to the final game, Indianapolis.
Oh, it came down in the last game. The defense decided the whole thing.
The wide receiver, I think. At the end, when
he had Odell Beckham.
When they sit down the cornerback for Indianapolis,
he just kind of
and Eli just started throwing the ball.
Of course, yeah, a lot of garbage points on that game. Getting Orange Crush the win. Downtown Rebel taking the loss, 90-82. Scroll down. Fitzpatrick, 22 points, not bad. I did say he was a valuable pickup this week. As far as bye weeks concerns, let's go ahead and go over to the next league.
Before we get some
we have fantasy football questions.
We have a couple questions.
Oh, for sure.
First of all, the Destroyer says ED 2.0 almost got lucky, and he has a football question.
Oh, about that.
He has actually two questions. First question is: are the Cowboys in trouble?
Are the Dallas Cowboys in trouble? Well, I'm not going to say they're in trouble this week. I think, this is my honest thing here. I don't want Romo to play this week just because we have the bye week coming up next week. And this is me saying it as a Cowboy fan. I think the Cowboys will be okay. We lost a few people, but it doesn't seem a lot of those injuries were very serious, so they might be okay as far as the after the bye week. And we have Jacksonville this week, so I'm not too worried. Jacksonville isn't really that much of it's not Arizona, you know what I mean? So I think the Cowboys, as far as later in the season, they'll be okay. As far as tough games, I think they got Indy. That's all I could really they still have Detroit
and Philadelphia.
Philly's playing lights out,
they're
but
hurt too.
They have freaking turnover machine Mark Sanchez over there, so I don't know. Go ahead.
Second question from the Destroyers: are the Patriots a legit Super Bowl contender?
Of course, they have Tom Brady.
They always are.
I said this in the beginning of the season. I don't know why. Team Bring It was so down on Tom Brady. Maybe it was just like a fantasy thing. But as far as the Patriots being contenders, they beat the snot out of freaking Denver. And I don't know if you recall, but I said this last year too. And if we have the tape somewhere, because I said it during our show, I knew Seattle was going to go to the Super Bowl. And I said, 2 years before that, they're going to look like a dynasty team. But as far as the Super Bowl went, I said, if Denver goes along with Seattle, Seattle's going to win. But if the Patriots go up against Seattle, that's more of a toss-up. I would have the Patriots beating Seattle in the Super Bowl. So if that happens, right now the Seahawks aren't really looking like contenders, though. So
we have another question. This is from the Chosen One.
Okay.
Who will win the wild AFC North?
The AFC North?
Yes. That's the...
Yeah, with Cleveland, Baltimore. It's tough. Pittsburgh right now is playing well, and all I could because they're all playing fairly well. All I could really say about the AFC North is about who gets hot at the end. Cleveland, I don't know how, but they find a way to win. So I don't know. Cleveland, who wins the wild card or who wins the division?
Who wins the wild AFC North?
Oh.
The division.
This is going to sound weird, but overall the best defense in that division is Cleveland. Hands down. Cleveland has the best defense in the AFC.
But Pittsburgh's playing pretty...
That's why Pittsburgh is playing well overall. But Cleveland is finding a way to win. They've been stacking up wins since the beginning of the season. And let us not forget, Cleveland beat Pittsburgh. Came from behind win, right? So at Pittsburgh, I believe. I could be wrong about that. So you might want to fact check me. But I think they won in Pittsburgh. Comeback win. So I really think it's whoever gets hot at the right time. So right now, all teams are playing fairly well. Baltimore has seen a little bit of a decline, but Pittsburgh is playing lights out. So it'll be in. And they have a division game too on Thursday, huh? Division game on Thursday.
Yes.
That's gonna be a good one. It could, cause we've had a lot of one-sided games on Thursday night football. I think this one's gonna be close. Cleveland keeps it close and they come back to win at the end. I don't know how they do it, but they do it, which is pretty awesome for Cleveland. Like, get some cold cuts.
We just have a couple shout-outs. Dodger Danny says big win for Dodgers. And Pats are definitely contenders, and go Browns.
Yeah, Cleveland, I don't know. It's like a little deep down, I think people want Cleveland to win. And I don't know if it's because they don't want Johnny Manziel to play or it's just because it's an underdog story, but other than that, Cleveland's doing really well.
Want to go to the Pee Wee League?
All right. Gasca franchise. Gasca just, 65 points to 87. The franchise was carried over by the great play of Deshaun Jackson this week. So way to go, the franchise getting the win, 87 to 65. Let's go ahead and scroll down to the next one. Team Virgil versus Lexmaster. 160 points by the Lexmaster. Is that a record?
That is a record. That's a league record.
That's league record. 160. Can we give this guy a hand? Lexmaster, Tom Brady with 35 points, Marshawn Lynch, and he had Big Ben on the bench.
That's a Pee Wee League record, not a RFL.
It's a Pee Wee League record. RFL is 167, right?
Yeah.
Hey, that's always a hard decision. He has Big Ben and Tom Brady, so a little switch here, a little switch there. He could have gotten over 170 points. Tom Brady 35. Marshawn Lynch coming back. He was looking really iffy there for a while with 26 points. Jeremy Maclin blows up again with 28 points and fairly okay game by the Minnesota defense over the Redskins. Yeah, Lexmaster looks pretty stacked. The Chosen Few going down 91 points. Team Cindy with 104 points. Very hard to... Fucking Jeremy Hill, I just see him everywhere. I'm just kind of like, fuck you, dog. You're on my bench, and that didn't deserve to happen. Nick Foles went down, but we'll talk about Mark Sanchez in a few. But big win over there, Team Cindy. Cincinnati defense 11 points, and Odell Beckham becoming a solid starter week in and week out. Rudy. Mark Ingram with 23 points. Nice.
Yeah. Did he just come back, or is
this is second week?
Yeah.
But he's played. I think it might be his third week, but he's played well since he's come back. Detox versus Axes of Ignorance. All right, Detox.
Detox is still
He said last week if he lost again,
he was
gonna bring back Team Kitty Litter. So let's get that trending RFL world out there. We want Team Kitty Litter back because clearly Detox ain't working. And let's look at that. He has Carson Palmer and Eli Manning on the bench, which would have gotten the win, right?
50 points. Oh,
quarterback, but you get what I'm saying. Michael Vick 14 points. Brandon LaFell with 12 points, and Dwayne Allen 11 points. Miami defense with 23 points, getting Axes of Ignorance the win. Team Kitty Litter, we will never forget. Losing his 5th straight.
Yes.
I want to say 5th straight. 84 to 80. Let's go ahead and scroll down to the next game. Cordell Patterson has really disappeared. F12 versus Prime Time. Alex Smith with 19 points. Andre Ellington with another 19. DeMarco with 9. Again, I'm not so happy about that, but we got the win with Houston Texans defense, 29 points. Those are big right there. Derek Carr didn't do enough. And it's just overall, I mean, the Saints did fairly well, but not enough to beat Team F12. Is Team F12 officially a contender?
It's a 3-way tie for first place.
And we're in it?
And because we beat the other two teams, that jumps us up to first place. So we're leading the.
We are the champ. Well, not yet,
too early.
But we're there. Herb 1 versus Evolve. We're supposed to have Evolve on the show, but she got hit with the traffic bug, so she might show up late. She might not. It's no biggie. We still got a show to do. Herb 1 against Evolve. Andrew Luck, 38 points. Ryan Tannehill, which is one of my pickups this week, with 33 points, giving Team Evolve the win, 124-81.
We just got people in the chat saying, we are the RFL kitty litter. We get what we want.
That's right. You got no choice. We've had enough. We have to change your name. There's just no way. You can't. Well, Rudy, I think it's up to us to submit our lineup this week.
You want to do that now?
Most definitely. Who are we up against, Cena?
We are up against Evolve. No, wait.
No, I could.
Herb 1.
I was gonna say I was gonna be pretty crazy. We're gonna have her choose her own lineup against her.
Herb 1.
Against Herb 1. All right.
I lost my mouse. There it is. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go down, see what we got. And I will give a brief reason why I'm choosing this lineup. Is that cool with you, Rudy?
Go for it.
Cause this is a tough one, but just because of the play of Brian Hoyer last week, but it's at Cincinnati. Alright. Alright. Whew, this is a tough one because Alex Smith against Buffalo. Buffalo's not a walk in the park, guys. Buffalo's a legitimate player. I kind of want to. Alex is Mr. Safe, though. Here, it's what I'm going to go ahead and say. I want to choose Brian Hoyer to start, Rudy. And the reason for that, it's because that Cincinnati secondary is rather shaky. And I know that they're running a running back by committee over there in Cleveland. So I could see them dinking the ball over a lot, little by little. And so I think Brian Hoyer is going to have a better outing. As far as this start, I'm starting at Andre Ellington. That kid's beasting right now versus St. Louis. They have a young line and really active line, but I think that Arizona will get the best of St. Louis. And DeMarco Murray had a slip-up last week, but that's not going to happen against Jacksonville. So I'm sticking with my boy DeMarco Murray. As far as our wide receivers are concerned, you know what? I'm keeping it as is, even though I do like Sammy Watkins. His matchup isn't all that great. So I'm going to go, we're going to keep it Demaryius Thomas and Kelvin Benjamin for this week. And I kind of like having a player on a Monday night. I don't know if you feel the same way, but if I have like one of the last players to play, I feel like if I'm behind, I have a chance.
Yeah, but it's also a little bit nervous too.
It's nerve-wracking, yeah. So it's one of those like, it'll add suspense. So yeah, we're keeping the wideouts as they are. I'm starting Delaney Walker. Zach Ertz, I don't know. It's just they're not using him as much as I thought they would be using him. Clearly the offense is running through the quarterback, but it's not hitting the tight ends. It's hitting the quarterback's hitting those wideouts, and they're hitting them deep. So Zach Ertz is no longer on my radar. Nick Foles, we don't got a choice, and which could be the best player in for the Jets. And you can't go. Well, we have Houston on the bye, but Detroit is the number 1 rated defense in the league. So we're going with the Detroit Lions against Miami at Detroit. So let's see how Miami does. Looks like a good start. I mean, everything's kind of stayed pretty consistent. And as far as this week, I have a few pickups. I'm not really
first, before we go into that, let's go back into the chat. We have more activity. Was Gronk's catch the catch of the year so far?
Dude, who asked that?
Dodger Danny.
Dodger Danny, my brother. Thanks for bringing that up. That was a monster catch, Rudy. With his fucking bionic arm and everything. Catch of the year? I don't know.
So far, he says.
I still don't know, man, because I've seen a lot of good catches this year. There was that one. Last week we had Dez Bryant dig that one off the ground with one hand. That was fucking crazy, too. Fuck, there was so many, because there's a lot of people that are, like, laying out right near the sideline. Freaking, what's his face from Arizona? It was near the sideline, and he just, like, turned around, kept his feet in. I forgot his name, but he used to be with Carolina. Ted Ginn. It was Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn had a crazy catch. I thought that was a great catch. T.Y. Hilton's catch when he snapped it for the end zone on Monday. I don't know, but it's definitely top 5 this season for sure.
They call him Buzz Lightyear.
Call who Buzz Lightyear?
Best tight end right now.
Oh,
best tight end right now. Jimmy Graham, Thomas, or Gronk?
Gronk. Hands down. Especially Brady playing the way Brady's playing. Ooh, Gronk. That's the person I'm scared of, without question. Jimmy Graham, I mean, he has his decent stats. But Gronk see ball, Gronk catch it, Gronk go for a touchdown every fucking time, dude. That's awesome. Gronk is playing lights out. As far as Thomas goes, he's seen a little less activity lately. I think only because there's a lot of weapons over there in Denver.
I think Gronk stands out too as a wide receiver core for Brady. I mean,
oh yeah, he's the number one target.
I mean,
guys.
Jimmy Graham, they have all these targets for
targets.
For Denver. They have a lot of targets.
So freaking Gronk right now is playing lights out.
They call him Buzz Lightyear in New England because of his arm.
Call him whatever you want, but I call him a beast. Any other questions? Or
no, just Electric Dynamite with his comments. First female guest, and they're late. That's all we got.
That's funny, man.
Now. So,
all right. In that case, we'll take this over. I mean, I know a lot of these don't really apply to us in our league because we're beyond a deep league. But for those of you out there that are in somewhat of a deep league yourselves or looking for a little diamond in the rough, this week on the waiver wire, Buffalo had the bye week last week, right? So this week I'm saying go out and pick up Kyle Orton. He's a decent start no matter what. You have Kyle Orton. Does Phillip Rivers have a bye week this week?
He does.
There you go, man. Well, I mean, Kyle Orton's not available, but if he was, it'd be a good pickup for you. And you also have Mike Glennon from Tampa. I mean, they play from behind a lot, so the kid's throwing the ball. And frankly, they're playing a lot better with Glennon over McCown. But whether one or the other is going to start, you might just want to keep your eye on. But Mike Glennon seems to be the solid start over there in Tampa. We also have Derek Carr from the Raiders. I mean, they too play from behind a lot, so that's something to keep in mind of. So if you have a player that plays from behind a lot, he's gonna be tossing the ball. You might throw a few picks there, but as long as those picks don't come around, those plays that won't hurt you, you have yourself a pretty decent start. As far as running backs, I know I called this guy out last week, Lorenzo Taliaferro from Baltimore. He's seen a little bit more work, week-to-week basis, really. You also have Bryce Brown in Buffalo. Fred Jackson could be coming back soon, but I think he's a good plug-in as far as I think he's a good plug-in as a flex starter for your bye weeks and situation. Along with Bryce Brown, same from Buffalo, you have Anthony Dixon. They're splitting carries right down the middle. So it's all about who gets the touchdown at the end of the day. Going back to Tampa, Charles Sims from Tampa Bay. Bobby Rainey's been pretty solid, but I mean, trends, the way things look, Charles Sims seems to be the more talented back. So, I mean, Doug Martin's booty, guys. Doug Martin's booty, and he's all injured. He's injured and he's booty. Just part ways with that kid. I have him. I'll probably just end up letting him go. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, dude, why is it that players I let go, they end up blowing up the next game? Vincent Jackson.
You just have to hold on to him.
Big Ben. Well, Big Ben was like, oh, you know, I'm going to go with whoever has a hot hand. I'm like, go. And Andy Dalton had AJ Green at the time. You know how it is. But then we also have Jonas Gray, which is playing fairly well over there in Cincinnati. Sorry, New England. Is that water for me?
Yeah.
Chuck it. I'm dying on my own spit. Jonas Gray from New England. Playing very well. He got 12 carries on the last game. On the final drive, sorry. He got 12 carries on the final drive. I mean, they were already up, so you go figure. And the way New England's playing, I think he's going to be getting a lot of carries on those final drives. So, but if you're thinking, hey, man, what about Shane Vereen? I'm a little worried about that. He's, Jonas Gray, I think, is slowly gaining on him. So, I think towards the end of the season, you might be getting a lot of, they might be splitting carries half and half, and I think Jonas Gray might start carrying the bulk there. Wideouts, Dante from Indianapolis. He got a few targets this Monday night against the Giants, so pretty valuable pickup. I mean, he's not gonna blow up like T.Y. and Reggie Wayne, but he's there. And you have Kenny Stills from New Orleans. He was recently dropped in our league because I was taking a look at him. But he's a consistent player. I mean, he's not.
There's just too many targets there.
Yeah, there's a lot of targets.
You never know who's gonna.
Yeah. But still, Kenny Stills, I think, is a very valuable pickup. And another pickup that I have here, and I call this guy out. I didn't call him out, but I said it was really my sleeper pickup was Kenny Britt. Boy came out with I think it was 30 yards and a touchdown. So boom, there you go, Kenny Britt. For those people that you picked him up, got at least 9 points out of the kid. So keep an eye on Kenny Britt for this week. I think he's gonna do very good things. Tight ends, Mikael Rivera over there in Seattle. I mean, we said that him and what's his face?
Wilson
are gonna be splitting targets, and they are. So go figure. So any one of those two are actually.
I actually picked up Wilson because my tight end's on a bye week this week.
How do you do for you?
Well, I'm gonna play him this week.
For real.
This week my tight end's on the bye.
So there you go. And over in Minnesota, Chase Ford has he had that cool play where he kind of dove out and scored a touchdown. So he's been pretty relevant. I mean, Kyle Rudolph is not really producing. Teddy Bridgewater seems to be liking Chase Ford from Minnesota, so that's someone to keep an eye on. As far as tight ends go, and things that we need to go over, because
I got another question up here.
That's awesome.
Peterson struck a deal, no jail. He has missed 8 games. Will the NFL say time served?
It's hard to say because they're trying to do the same thing with Ray Rice. So no jail time. The thing I wasn't sure of is that as a whole court proceedings happened. Do we know about that?
I don't know.
See,
they did. He did plead.
He plead
to a deal.
You know what? Here's the thing that was worrying me about Adrian Peterson over Ray Rice. All right, Ray Rice. It kind of looked like they wanted him back in Baltimore. You know what I mean? they were saying, like, well, they were even gonna start him as soon as like he was ready to go. So Ray Rice has, in my opinion, a bigger chance of actually coming back and doing something this season over Adrian Peterson, where the Vikings seem to have, because he was losing sponsorships. They're like, you either lose AP or you lose sponsorships. So I feel I don't think Minnesota is really too eager on getting Adrian Peterson back, especially that they've been winning without him. So that's my take on it. Whether or not you should pick him up, I think it's too early. I think it's really too early to pick up Adrian Peterson. Do I have any other questions in the chat?
No, just clarification. He did struck a deal today, $2,000 fine and probation.
Depends what Minnesota does, because I don't think he'll be reinstated this season. I mean, Minnesota's doing well, so I don't know.
Maybe playoffs.
Playoffs?
I don't know if they get somewhere up there.
It's kind of tough. The NFC is looking a little strong right now. They have a lot of good teams, but I don't think they'll make playoffs.
I mean, if they were in that situation where they possibly make the playoffs and they want to, as a safety net.
I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, he's Adrian Peterson, but he's been out for 8 weeks now, right? And he's probably... I mean, I don't know, because I know he's not even allowed in the facility, right?
No.
So if he's not allowed in the facility, I'm sure he has other places to work out, but I'm sure he's not in football shape. So it's one of those things where, I don't know. I just don't see him back in Minnesota. Not this season.
Not this season.
Not this season, that's for sure. I know I didn't mention Mark Sanchez as far as picking him up this week. It's just because of his history. But yeah, Nick Foles going down is gonna hurt for now. Who did Philly play this week? They beat...
Hang on.
They beat somebody. Well, anyway, I mean, I know things were looking well over there in Philadelphia with Mark Sanchez, but whether or not I would pick him up, I think the kid's too risky. Even though he was in there for, I believe it was half the time or a quarter and a half, he managed to throw 2 picks.
Houston. They lost him.
At Philadelphia? Yeah. Yeah, they were playing at Philadelphia. But Houston's no joke. But nonetheless, I think he's going to be more of a liability opposed to a positive as far as a quarterback starting, which is why he's not on my list. Nothing personal against the guy. I just think it's way too risky. Same thing I'm saying not to pick up Brandon Weeden. You guys saw how he played. And I don't know what it was, because he has been getting reps with the first team every week, at least once a week, because Romo takes Wednesdays off. But as far as picking him up, that's someone I would kind of tend to stay away from. You'd kind of hope, I mean, over there in Dallas, you would kind of think that they would run the ball more with freaking DeMarco Murray playing the way he does. But they didn't run him as much as we expected against Arizona. But yeah, I wouldn't pick up Brandon Weeden. The ones that I would pick up because of Nick Foles' injury, I think the most solid of all starts, it's Kyle Orton, without a doubt. Kyle Orton's a guy. Mike Vick, he's kind of shaky. I don't think the confidence is there with Mike Vick, so which is why he's also not on my list. Do we have any other questions?
No, I guess they were talking about Mark Sanchez. It was one of the picks wasn't his fault. I think he's talking about Mark Sanchez.
Who was that?
Dodger Danny.
Picks are picks, bro. But I know Dodger Danny. He's a Mark Sanchez guy. He is.
Yeah,
ever since he was
Sanchez.
Yeah, ever since he was there in the Jets. Bro, face it. Mark Sanchez didn't take the Jets to the AFC playoffs. It was that defense. Mark Sanchez was simply one of those kids where it's like just handing the ball over to LT, hoping they get the win. But yeah, nonetheless, I think it's a shaky start, no matter what it is. I mean, those are my pickups for this week. And with that, I will send it over to you, Rudy.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over the playoff scenarios as of today for both leagues. So
that is
let me
awesome.
find my mouse here, and so I can switch the screen. So I'm gonna go over each division and explain where they are at. Dodger Danny says hater.
Not hating, bro. Mark Sanchez sucks. Let's fucking be honest.
Oh yeah, we got a question.
Alright, let's see it.
RFL question: most surprising team so far this season. I wonder, is this RFL or NFL? Most surprising team.
Who's asking?
It's Mike. Or
Mike.
It says RFL question: most surprising team so far this season.
RFL wise, I'm kind of surprising as in like how they won or how they've been losing. Right now I'm just really shocked about how Raider Nation has been doing.
He's in the playoff pictures. I mean, not the top, but I mean he's in talks.
Exactly. He's in the playoff picture, and that's one of those things that we just didn't see happening. So I mean, I know I was counting him out, you know, like early in the season. I was like, oh, he's off. He's on. He's not submitting his lineup anymore. He's done. But he's been doing really well.
Dodger Danny's team, I think, is a strong team, but he's always been up there.
Yeah, this year since the beginning, Dodger Danny's been doing well. It's just sucks that he's been playing the wrong team. People are scoring him, which, you know, but it's just kind of. But he's been averaging a lot of points.
The bad guys is kind of surprising to me that usually he's more active. I don't know if it's his work schedule or just.
No, it's not that he's not active or not.
But I mean, like he's more on top of who's he's picking, or has it just been bad luck of injuries and?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Cause he had a good draft. I liked his team. He had a pretty solid team. It's just that injuries. AJ Green went down. Nick Foles is now down. That he finally got AJ Green back, so the team's looking a little better. Nick Foles goes down. It's that makes it tough. That makes it tough for a team. As far as NFL, well, after the shaky start, I mean the Patriots are looking like, whoa, what's going on? But it's no shock that they got it together. The teams that are shocking right now that they weren't expected to do so well, we have Cleveland,
Miami.
Miami, they had weapons. And their defense was slowly getting together. So Seattle, we were expecting them to be a dynasty. At least I was, but they're just not doing well this year.
San Francisco's not.
Yeah, San Fran is looking shaky too. I'm surprised at this point. No, I was gonna say that the Raiders haven't won yet, but yeah, you know, we saw that coming. Be quite honest, I didn't expect the Cowboys to do this well. I was expecting a lot. I was expecting a really bad season. But other than that, I don't have many other shocking things that really.
So let me go over the playoff scenarios for the Pee Wee League. First time ever playoff season for them, so it's a lot of new.
It's a lot of bragging rights going on there.
Actually, I was working on this. It's pretty exciting to see who's there and the opportunities. So let me go over the American division. Team Cindy's leading that division at 6-3, and it's in a three-way tie for first place. Currently sitting in the third seed. Three-way tie with the franchise and with F12. and F12 beating both the franchise and Team Cindy.
Because that's how we do. We don't take prisoners, Rudy.
Evolve, our guest here today, that's not here. In second place, she is half a game back of the division, tied for fourth place, and currently in the fifth seat of the playoffs, the second wild card seat. Detox started 4-0 with 5 straight losses, 2 games back in the division, and 1 game back in the wild card behind Gaskas, Axes of Ignorance, and Irv One. Primetime 3-6, 3 games back in the division, and 2 games back in the wild card behind Detox. I'm gonna go through all the scenarios, and then did I not print that page? Oh yeah, I have another sheet to show you.
Oh, for sure.
After I go through every division, I'll bring up the
page,
list of where they're at.
I like this playoff talk.
Where's my mouse at? Sorry.
I was like, there you're at.
The National Division. We got the franchise. Again, I said 6-3, tied for first place, currently sitting in the second seed to lead the division by half a game over Lex Master, who is tied for fourth with Evolve, but is currently in the fourth seat of the playoffs. Axis of Ignorance is 1 game back in the division, tied for sixth place. He's just barely sitting outside of the wild card. He's
outside looking in.
He's tied actually for the last spot, but due to the win over I think Gaskas or Gaskas over Axis, he's on top of him. The Chosen Few 3-6 is 3 games back in the division. Remember, there is still 5 games remaining after with this week coming up.
Are they playing each other? You just say that?
No, I'm just saying there's 3 games. There's 3 games left. He's 3 games back, and there is still 5 games left to go.
Oh, damn, that's cutting it close.
Yeah, and I mean all the division players still play towards the end. And then the Chosen Few 3 games back and 2 games back of the wild card. The International Division.
Damn, look at International.
F12 6-3, again a 3-way tie.
I'm not surprised.
First place, but due to winning,
we should be 9-0, Rudy.
Due to winning in our to the franchise and Team Cindy, they have the number 1 seed. Gaskas 5-4, 1 game back of the division, tied for 6th place, currently sitting in the 6th and final wild card seed. Earth 1 started strong. They're 4-5, 2 games back of the division, 1 game back of the wild card behind Gaskas and Axis of Ignorance. Team Virgil 1-8, 5 games back of the divisions, 4 games back of the wild card.
Is that kid even active?
He's been active the last.
I was gonna say because he's hogging some like very valuable wide receivers that I want to get a hold of.
But you can't use him on the other league.
No, I meant like for F12.
So he's 5 games back. He will be eliminated from the division with the win by F12 or a loss, and also will be eliminated from the wild card with a loss. So
in order for Team Virgil to keep on hustling, we have to lose and he has to win.
He has to win.
Good luck, buddy.
So mathematically, that's the way it is.
Good luck. That's hilarious. Team Virgil. Well, I mean, it's a keeper league, so I guess you could just hang on to him.
So here it is. As of the end of week 9, F12 leading first, franchise second, Team Cindy first. So F12 and the franchise would get the bye week. Team Cindy would go against Gaskas, Lex Master against Evolve. And then you see the wild card race at the bottom, or for the wild card. Axis of Ignorance is currently tied with Gaskas. Irv 1 is 1 game back. Detox 1 game back. prime time, and the chosen few are 2 games back, and Team Virgil still in the picture with 5 games back, with 4 games back, 5 games remaining.
Team Kitty there would have been in the playoffs.
They were 4-0 when we.
What a bunch of baloney.
So that is the Pee Wee League.
Now going over to the granddaddy of granddaddies.
And now the RFL one. This one's a little bit, I don't know if it's a little bit more complicated or a little bit more confusing.
Well, there are more players.
So let's start. Let's start in the West. That big enough.
West side.
So the West, Juggernaut 7-2, leads the division and is in second place currently, sitting in the second seed. Jose 4-5, 3 games back of the division, 1 game back of the wild card behind Dodger Danny, Mind Freak, and Mafia Obey. Raider Nation 4-5, 3 games back in the division, 1 game back of the wild card behind Dodger Danny, Mind Freak, Mafia Bay, Jose, Ray, and Rootness. Downtown Rebels is officially eliminated from the division title with the loss to Orange Crush this past week. He is 4 games, and he's 4 games behind in the wild card.
Wow.
He will be, with the loss next week, he'll be eliminated from
no matter what,
the wild card. Yeah, he has to win and
wow,
to stay alive in the wild card.
Well, there you go.
For the wild card.
Wanted to be underdog. This is nowhere close to his prediction, is it?
No.
Oh, well.
In the East, this is where it gets a little bit more tight. Still anybody's division. Ryson 6-3 leads the division. Is
the
tied
true beast in the East, Rudy.
Is tied for 3rd place in the league and currently sitting in the 4th seed. Electric Dynamite 2.0 is 5-4, 1 game back of the division, tied for 5th place in the league, currently leading the wild card, seating in the 5th seed. Mind Freak 5-4, 1 game back of the division, tied for 5th place of the league, and he's currently behind Dodger Danny for the 6th and final spot. So he's outside looking in.
Who?
Mind Freak.
Damn.
Little Mac is 2-4, 4 games back of the division, 5 games remaining. He will be eliminated from the division with a loss and a win from Ryson. Currently 3 games back in the wild card, behind a whole bunch of teams. Dodger Danny, Mafia Bay, Mind Freak, Mafia Bay, Jose, Ray, Rootness, Raider Nation, Team Bring It, the bad guys.
Whoa.
The Northern Division. We got Orange Crush at 8-1, leads the league and division. Leads the division by 3 games, and the league by 1. Currently seated in the number 1 seed. Mafia Bay 5-4, 3 games back in the division and tied for 5th place, sitting behind Dodger Danny, Mind Freak in the wild card race.
So he's in for now.
Mafia Bay is sitting out behind Mind Freak.
I see.
He's tied for 5th place, but Dodger Danny has a win record over both Mind Freak and
all right. See, because if I'm asking, I'm sure they're probably asking themselves.
Yeah, I'm gonna display everything again and
beautiful, Rudy.
So Rootness 4-5, 4 games back in the division, tied for 9th place, 1 game back in the wild card behind Dodger Danny, Mind Freak, Mafia Bay, Jose, and Ray. With a loss and a win by Orange Crush, I would be eliminated from the division. The bad guys 3-6, 5 games back in the division. With a win from OC or a loss, you will be eliminated. 2 games back in the wild card, behind Dodger Danny, Mind Freak, Mafia Bay, Jose, Ray, Rootness, Jesse, and Team Bring It.
Did you say you were 2 games back or 1 game back?
Who?
You.
I'm two games back of the 1 game back in the wild card, but there's a bunch of teams tied.
I know. So, damn, that's crazy.
The Southern Division, we have the Destroyers we have the Destroyers 6-3, leads the division by a game and is currently tied for third place, sitting in the third seed. He's tied with you, Ryson. But due to the division wins, he's 3-0, and you are 2-1.
I know.
But you guys play this week, so
I know. Don't worry, I'll take him out this week.
I'm just painting the picture there.
Thank you for painting it, Rudy.
Dodger Danny 5-4, one game back in the division, and currently tied for fifth place, sitting in the sixth and final playoff seat. Currently, Ray 4-5, 2 games back in the division, 1 game back in the wild card. Team Bring It 3-6, 3 games back in the division, 2 games back in the wild card.
God damn.
So let me bring this.
And this is how that looks like. At least we got photos in ours.
So we got Orange Crush 8-1, perfect division record. Bye week, the first week of the playoffs. This is to be today. Juggernaut 7-2, division record 1-2, leading in points. Here's where the swap happened from last week. The Destroyers moved up to third place, 6-3, perfect 3-0 in the division. And Ryzen, which you guys both play this week, 6-3, 2-1. And then our 2 wild cards are Electro Dynamite 5-4, 2-1. Electro Dynamite beat Mind Freak.
You sure did.
Dodger Danny, I think, beat Mind Freak because that's why he's there. And 5-3, 0-3 record. And here is the wild card hunt. At 5-4, Mind Freak lost. He lost to both Electro Dynamite and Dodger Danny. So I mean, anything could still happen there. Mafia Bay, due to the divisional, he hasn't played either of the people up there, but his divisional record is
not that good.
It's 1-2, so he is sitting out. Jose is 1 game back. Jose is leading the 4-5s, followed by Ray, Rootness, Radio Nation, 1 game back. Team Bring It's leading the 3-6, 2 games back over the Bad Guys, and Little Mac, 3 games back, and the Rebels still alive in the wild card with 4 games back, 5 weeks remaining.
Fuck.
And that's.
But he needs to win out, and then people need to lose. He needs a lot of help, huh?
Yeah.
You're out.
And that's the playoff picture.
God
as
damn.
we speak.
In that sense. Fuck, dude. I was thinking. Oh, yeah, we gotta do the picks.
Oh, yeah, let me get the picks.
I was asking people online if you're gonna make the playoffs. I'm getting a bunch of crickets, though, so I don't know if they don't want to say.
Oh.
That.
It's not as easy. So, switch this back.
Alright, let's remember never to choose me to win. Like, all of us. I do better.
When they don't pick you?
Yeah, I seem to do best when you guys don't pick me, so.
So we got Electric Dynamite versus Destroyers. We went, Ricky, you went Destroyers. You got that one.
Of course.
I went with the Electric Dynamite. Came close, but not. Juggernauts, they got the Destroyers, and online they got the Destroyers. Ryson, Dodger Danny, we all chose Ryson and let us down big time.
That's what you guys
benching his
get.
best running back. Gasca's in the franchise.
Sorry, Rudy. I played him.
It was split. Ricky and myself went with the franchise, and Juggernauts online went with Gasca's. And the upset picks, you picked Team Bring It. You got your 2 points right there. I went with the Bad Guys. Didn't get a point. And Ray, Juggernauts went with Ray. He got his 2 points there. So that brings up our total to these are last week. So with 4 this week, that brings up your total to 20. Brings me up to 11. Our guests 17-3, they're at 20, and online we are at 13. So This week's picks. First game is Juggernauts versus Orange Crush. It's
could be a playoff
division. Division leading game.
For sure, huh? Oh, that's like for first place, huh?
They could tie for first place, and then they'll take the tiebreaker.
Juggernauts he's scoring a lot of points, man.
But he has Ben. I was gonna say he has a bye weeks this week.
Oh yeah, let me sit my starter for my backup, which has been playing lights out. Fucking.
But he has his running backs.
His running backs weren't that good to begin with.
Yeah.
I don't know. As far as Juggernauts versus Orange Crush, I think Juggies win, dude.
I'm gonna go with Orange Crush.
Dude, what?
Even though if he wins, I'm eliminated.
Yeah?
From the division. We got Jugs online. Can choose right. The Destroyers choose you to win this week.
Fuck you, Mike.
You guys play each other.
He always does that shit.
Down, big guy.
He's one of those passive aggressive types. He's like, oh, I choose you, good luck. And I know deep down he's like, fuck you, I hope you lose. Or I hope like your player dies or something.
This is another interesting matchup. This is a wild card. The two wild card teams currently.
Pre-wild card. Damn, a lot of playoff
Dodger
games.
Danny versus Electric Dynamite.
I choose Dodger Danny. Don't let me down, bro. Rudy, why?
I was gonna try to.
You look at my notes or something, bro?
Yeah, I got my own notes.
I didn't even see these, dude. I got Dodger Danny. He's gonna win. If he beats me, he could beat Electric Dynamite 2.0.
So at the start of the season, Kitty Litter versus Team Cindy was looking to be the two powerhouses.
It looked like it.
Will Detox get his first win?
If he changes his name to Team Kitty Litter, yes. If not, no. Team Cindy's team is looking far better than his. Don't let me down, Danny. I'm counting on you, son. Oh, online. First, there you go. Team's got the Juggies. I think he should just change his name to Juggies. I'm just saying. It's a sweet name, huh?
Yeah, I just don't want to see what logo he's in it.
I mean, I'd make it for him. Then we go be like titties.
So
or something.
what are we gonna do? We're gonna do the upsets. Let's see the schedule.
Danny says, judging by last week, I would prefer everyone to pick against me again. But Mike did the passive-aggressive thing. He picked Dodger Danny, even though he needs Electric Dynamite to win.
So here we have our week 10 and
for
upset picks.
I'm the upset. Ooh, damn! Juggernauts is me. It's a bad upset too for the It's probably his bye weeks, huh?
Yeah.
Not that it matters. You know what?
I'm gonna go with Raider Nation.
Even though he's all right. Damn. We have the two worst teams playing off each other this week. Bad Guys versus Rebels.
Oh, I was trying to find them.
Oh, you're looking for your team or what? Psych. Only because I'm an upset, I'm picking myself to win over the Destroyers.
Megatron's back.
I'm not scared of Megatron.
So we got Dodger Danny, the Jugs. I didn't get anything for
Lacey Ingram and Le'Veon Bell. Who should my wide receiver be? Wallace or Bryant from?
And those are our picks for this week. So, one thing I wanted to remind everybody. Next Sunday, Raider Nation is hosting a mid-season get-together for the RFL family. Sunday, November 9th. Come and watch a full day of football. It is housed in Downey, so anybody interested, I posted on both
league
message boards. And I will be sending, if you ask me for the address, I'll send it to you. I have a couple people that already asked for that information. So the more people, the better. So feel free to send me a message, a text, or email, and I'll let you know how to get there. And he said basically first game of the weekend, all the way till Sunday night game. I mean, of Sunday. So everybody's invited, and feel free to invite whoever you guys want.
Awesome. Bring a +1. The Chosen 123 has Eddie Lacy, Mark Ingram, and Le'Veon Bell. Who should my wide receiver be? Mike Wallace or Marty Bryant from Pittsburgh? Just going based on trends right now. Marty Bryant, bro. 2 weeks in a row, I think, or 3 weeks in a row. That kid has been playing lights out when all the attention is over there. When all the attention is over there on Antonio Brown, freaking Bryant has been playing lights out. So I would suggest Bryant without question. Bryant's a shit. So that's it for that question. Do we have any other fantasy football questions?
Doesn't look like we do.
Alright, looks like we're just about done. Anybody want to chime in and Skype us? Well, any other things we got? This is a 1 hour show. Normally we have a little bit.
We have the whole segment where we talk to
the guest for a little
so
bit.
We didn't
wanted to ask her how she's feeling about her chances on that Pee Wee football.
Oh, she's 4th place. So
I was gonna say your chances are pretty good.
Any comments or questions on the playoffs, or what do you guys think is gonna happen?
So or nothing. Rudy, I wanted to ask you before the thing ended. You're one game back from wild card, with one game back and a half because he got whatever, right? What are your chances, Rudy?
Well,
be honest with yourself, bro.
Looking at how my team's been scoring,
Mm-hmm.
and looking at the schedule, I think I have a good chance, but there's other teams that have been playing good that are ahead of me. So, like, it's not just gonna be just me winning. I need some teams to lose.
Well, I mean, based on your own production, do you think you could make playoffs this year? It's the 10th year. Is this your year, Rudy? Yes or no? Yes or no?
In the 10 years, I think this team I have is the most consistent I've had.
Okay.
So if I had a chance in any of these 10 years, I think I had a bigger chance this year.
Yes or no, Rudy?
That's my
you
answer.
Making playoffs this year? Yes or no?
That is my answer.
No, that's an indefinite. I want a yes or no. People want to know. Yes or no, Rudy? Are you making playoffs?
It's still too early to say.
God damn it.
I do have all divisional games, but
come on.
Orange Rudy. Crush could clinch any week.
So there's still wild card, and the teams in wild card are not all that strong. I mean, yes, have almost the same.
That's what I'm saying. I think I have the biggest opportunity this year, based on my 10 years.
Yes or no?
It's hard to say.
Call it, man. Call it. Say something. I know today's voting day, but I don't need your political answers. Say something. Are you gonna make playoffs this year?
That's the
yes
goal. That's the goal.
Or no?
It's been the goal from year one. So
Dodger Danny says Rudy makes the playoffs. Do you agree with Danny?
He's one of the guys I have to
Do
beat.
you agree with Danny, Rudy?
I agree, but there's a lot of
There you
things
go.
that need to
Your
happen.
answer then, if you agree with Danny, then that means Rudy says yes. He thinks he's gonna make the playoffs this year. You're not jinxing yourself, bro. You only jinx yourself if you're like Mike. It's like, oh, I'm gonna vote for their team to win, so I win instead. No. Other big announcements. I also had it on my phone. Tomorrow is your birthday, bro. So I guess pre-happy birthday, everybody. We're not gonna sing or anyone unless you guys want to chime in. But happy birthday to Rudy. I don't want to say
thank you.
how old you're gonna be now, but it's like somewhere around 50. Well, let's see. Dodger Danny end up at 8-8. I say no. They end up at 10-6. We're gonna sweep the Giants, and we're gonna get at least one on the Redskins. We're gonna split it with Philly. Just realistically, I think they win at home and we win at home. And I think we're gonna upset the Colts, giving us. I think that puts us at 9. I don't know what other game we
Did
have.
you see this Colts play yesterday?
I don't care, dude. We're not the Giants. We play different. We're gonna keep the ball away from the Colts, and that's how we're gonna win. What other game do they have? Oh, still have. We're gonna beat the Bears, and maybe Detroit. That'll put us at 10-6. Well, with the 10-6, by beating the Bears, we'll be at 10-6. All right. Well, any other fantasy football questions? Man, I'm losing my voice today.
Hey, you finished?
I already finished my water, bro. I drink a lot of water.
This is it.
About a gallon a day. Well, I believe that is that. You got anything else, Rudy?
No,
All right.
I'm good.
Let's bring this sucker down. All right, guys. Remember that you could always go back to our RFLfootball.com and check out our blogs and our previous episodes. And most importantly, don't forget, click that On It banner, you know? But don't just click it, buy something. You know, if you're trying to make yourself the better you, what better way to do it with a little bit of the right food and a little bit of, you know, a little bit of the right food and some good workout materials and you know, just put yourself in with some, you know, do yourself a favor. Just get yourself some at Alpha Brain, or that's a cool new label, man. That's crazy. It's been clinically proven that Alpha Brain does work through a placebo survey or study. So check it out. I mean, if you're looking to be a little bit more alert throughout the day, I take 2 every morning before I go to school and 2 right before the show. I mean, I feel like it helps. So try it out for yourself. If you're one of those dudes that has like bad bones or something, check out their strong bone. I have bad knee joints. I use strong bone myself. I'm off one month and I'm on another kind of thing. I kind of cycle it in and out. I switch it off with a little bit of calcium. Can't go wrong with the strong bone. I mean, keeping your joints healthy is really important. What else? What other badass things they have over there at On It? What do you use over there at On It, Rudy? Have you tried the Shroom Tech?
No, I haven't tried. I used to try the Alpha Brain, but I haven't.
You haven't bought it lately?
No.
Yeah, I like the Shroom Tech is the shit. I love the Shroom Tech because it's like gives you a little bit of an energy boost, but it's not a stimulant. So you're just kind of like, you know, instead of being all jittery all day and you're fucking trying to do shit, you're actually just very calm. But it kicks in at like just the right time. Like where you're about to start feeling tired, you're just like, wait a minute, I'm not all that tired. Like you catch your breath faster. It's kind of how I feel when I'm on Shroom Tech. I'll probably make a little video about the stuff that I take. We'll put it on the site so people can click on it. No pun intended. But yeah, don't forget to buy something, guys. This is all great stuff, all natural products. With a lot of the times that means no side effects. Because you know a lot of other supplements there will make your dick small or whatever. So stay away from those. And get yourself, help yourself be the better you. And with that, bid you a day. You guys have a good night. Remember to stay active in your league. And
I just have one more question
Destroyers, I'm gonna fuck you up this week.
The chosen few asks am I 2 games back in the wild card? And the answer is yes. You're 2 games back in the wild card, but you are also there's ahead of you fighting to get in the wild card is Axis of Ignorance, Earth 1, Detox, Prime Time, and then you. So you are 2 games back, and you have 4 teams ahead of you. So
it's a lot of crabs in that pot trying to get out. You know,
it's 5 weeks. Make something happen. That's all I got.
Football. There's no better season. Anywho, all right, guys. Much love. You guys take care. Have a good week.